an unexpected story. So after a big day working here, there's Julia, my sister. So I went for a walk outside. It's about -30. We're in a triplex here. And so there's these oil field workers that live on the other side over there and over there. So we're sandwiched between these rig pigs. Okay? They're crazy guys. They're like, they leave us alone. They're fine. Sometimes they'll put our trash out for us or whatever.
Never mind.
And anyway, so I was actually able to meet the people that live like right here. They invited me for a barbecue and a beer. I'm like, no, thanks, I'll skip. That's fine. And I continued on. But it was nice to meet them because I almost didn't think anyone lived here because I've never seen them. Anyway, I was walking around the block and kind of like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. And then here there's this tall person. I wasn't quite sure if it was a girl or a guy walking over and starts crossing the street towards me. Interesting. Most people will avoid doing that. Generally, people don't want to walk by you. They'll cross the street to avoid walking by you. That's what I found, at least. But this person walked towards me and said, oh, it's a nice evening for a walk. And where do you live? Do you live around here? We stopped. No, she was homeless. Oh, interesting. I said, are you cold? Do you want something to drink or something? So she was like, yeah. Her name was Tippy. We walked over. She's 28. She's a few weeks pregnant with the fellow that the partner she's with for the last number of months, 7 months. Walked over. She did lots of talking. She said she's not into drugs, but she smokes. And from our conversation, I think she's telling the truth. You can smell the smoke on her, but she's not going to abort the baby and she's not going to do drugs because she doesn't want to damage the baby. Anyway, brought her in. She was kind of hesitant. I said, like, you can... She was originally going to wait outside. And, like, all this time, I'm walking by her and I'm feeling like, okay, what type of person is this? Is there honesty? Is there... Just, like, what does it feel like? I'm pretty sensitive, so... And I felt fine. I felt like it was just moving forward fine. So I offered for her to come in. She wanted to stay in the entryway. Totally fine. I really respect that. So she stayed in the entryway, and Julia was working here at the desk, and I made her a hot chocolate, got some oranges, and Julia was talking. You asked if she was religious.
I asked if she was religious, and she said she believes in, like, I think it's neo-paganism.
Yeah.
So, like, the earth is the god, nature is God, and she gets all these energies from nature. And then I asked her, so what would be some questions that you would ask God? And so...
That's so good.
Yeah.
What are some questions you would ask God? And so she told Julia, one of them is, why did God allow her two-year-old daughter?
Yes.
2-month-old daughter to be shot in the head?
And then, why has everyone had it easier than me? And why could a murderer go to heaven at the very end of his life if he repents just before he died?
So she wasn't very open to listening to anything we had to say. So just asked questions, and she just talked. And I was asking her also about the homeless community around Grand Prairie, because there's kind of different homeless groups. And it's been interesting this last year living kind of near in a lower area of town, to kind of just get more familiar with the different groups and the people within the homeless groups here. And so she's not part of like the really druggy group. That's what she was saying. She said that she helps the girls, specifically the girls that are being targeted. And also I asked about the sex trafficking ring here in Grand Prairie, because I've heard that there is one. And she said, yes, there is. She mentioned a place maybe from where she's felt that it's come from, and some different taxis that have been connected with different cabs.
Oh.
That have been connected with these different girls that she knows that have disappeared or been raped or been whatever, burned in trash cans, like terrible stuff.
Did she say what taxis? Did she say?
She said Apple cabs.
Those? The green ones?
Very interesting. So just asking questions, and then at the end I was like, thanks for sharing. That's very interesting to know. She's like, well, thanks for asking. No one's ever asked. So like, thanks for asking. So that was really good.
Yeah.
And asked her if she needed anything. What's the biggest thing that she would say that she needs? And she said a coat and some socks.
And a hat.
Yeah. She didn't really say hat. Well, she had a toque, and I was like, well, would you like a hat? And she said, sure. So we gave her some socks. And Julia had bought a coat a few months ago,
What a month ago.
from the secondhand store for someone like this. And she had bought these beautiful fur hats, brand new fur hats from Crown Cap.
Crown Cap.
Beautiful fur hats in preparation to give away to someone. So Julia had these stashed away, ready. So she got the purple hat. She's like, hopefully you like purple. And she's like, I love purple. So gave her the hat, gave her the coat and the socks, and sent her away with a warm hot chocolate and gave her a hug. She didn't want a prayer, but she said we could pray, like a prayer together, but said that we could pray for her grandmother and her mom, and she kind of seemed like she was going to start crying. But a very, very tough lady and tall. She's probably like 5'11", 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, she's a lot taller than me.
Yeah, and taller than me.
And you're taller than me.
Anyway, so that's the first official homeless person that we've actually been able to welcome into this place.
Into our town.
And that was appointed by God. And it felt so safe.
Yeah.
It felt safe. Like, you know, sometimes with people you're like, like those weirdos over there. I was like, oh my goodness, you guys, you're weird. I'll just keep walking. Keep my distance. But with her, no, like you sense. I think the Holy Spirit will guide us and help us to be sensitive to when there are these genuine people or these people that just need seeds.
The appointed one.
Yeah. And so that was really, really encouraging for me, because I've been inside. I haven't been out much at all this week.
No. Well, after coming back from Uganda, you've been like stuck in here.
Yeah, well, it's been so cold and been busy with the business, and so it was really good that God brought this across both of our paths. Yeah. Anyway, there's a story to just encourage and bless you guys. So, thanks for listening, and God bless you. Yeah, have a good rest of your day or your evening or wherever you are at.